Let's talk about Polkadot, a project that's been making waves in the blockchain world for its ambitious vision and innovative technology. If you've heard the name but aren't quite sure what it's all about, or if you just need a quick refresher, you're in the right place. At its core, Polkadot is a network designed to connect all blockchains, making them interoperable and able to communicate seamlessly. Think of it as the internet for blockchains, where different networks can finally talk to each other, share data, and work together. Imagine if iPhones and Androids couldn't share photos or messages. That's how blockchains used to be, completely isolated, each one speaking its own language, unable to interact. This lack of compatibility made it hard for users and developers to build truly global, interconnected applications. Polkadot's answer is the relay chain, a central backbone that provides security, coordination, and a common ground for all connected blockchains. It's like a central hub in a busy airport, making sure every flight, or in this case every blockchain, can safely arrive, depart, and transfer passengers or data. Connected to this relay chain are parachains, specialized blockchains built for specific purposes. Some focus on gaming, others on finance, supply chains, identity, or even social networks. Each parachain is optimized for its own use case, but they all benefit from the shared security and interoperability of the Polkadot network. This means developers can innovate freely, knowing their projects can interact with others, and users can access a wider range of services without barriers. This parallel structure, where many parachains run side by side, makes Polkadot highly scalable and efficient. Transactions can be processed simultaneously, reducing bottlenecks and keeping the network fast, even as it grows. But there's a catch. Space is limited. Only a set number of parachains can connect to the relay chain at any given time, making these slots highly valuable and sought after. For years, projects had to compete in intense parachain slot auctions, bidding for the chance to join the network. This process was competitive, sometimes expensive, and not every project could win a spot. While this system ensured only the most committed projects joined, it was also rigid and exclusive, leaving many innovative ideas on the outside looking in. Now, Polkadot is undergoing a major transformation. With the introduction of Polkadot 2.0, the network is shifting to a more flexible, dynamic model that aims to lower barriers and open the doors to more projects. The new approach reimagines how projects access the network, making it more accessible, adaptable, and efficient for everyone involved. It's about creating opportunities for more innovation and collaboration. This isn't just a minor update, it's a fundamental change in how Polkadot operates, setting the stage for a new era of blockchain connectivity and growth. Today we'll break down this evolution, explore what's changing, and discuss what it means for the future of Polkadot and the broader blockchain ecosystem. Before 2025, getting a spot on Polkadot wasn't as simple as submitting an application. Instead, projects had to compete in intense parachain slot auctions, a high-stakes process where only the most well-supported teams could win a coveted 2-year lease on the network. These auctions were not just about technology, but about rallying massive community support and financial backing. To participate, projects launched Crowdloans, calling on their communities to lock up DOT tokens on their behalf. This meant thousands of supporters pooling resources, hoping their chosen project would secure one of the limited slots available. The outcome was binary. Winners got to launch their parachain and build on Polkadot, while losers walked away empty-handed, often after months of effort and anticipation. Supporters who contributed DOT had to lock their tokens away for up to 2 years. If their project won, they received project tokens as a reward, but if not, their DOT was simply returned after a long wait, with no additional benefit. This system favored projects with large, well-funded communities, making it nearly impossible for smaller teams or those with innovative but niche ideas to compete. Many creative projects were sidelined simply because they couldn't match the scale of bigger players. For users, the process was daunting. They had to navigate complex mechanics, understand the risks of locking up their DOT, and hope their chosen project would succeed. The uncertainty and technical barriers discouraged many from participating at all. While the auction model did succeed in raising over 131 million DOT, it also created high entry barriers and limited the flexibility of the entire ecosystem. Only a handful of projects could participate at any given time, and the rest were left waiting for another chance. As a result, many promising projects never got the opportunity to launch, not because they lacked vision or talent, but because they couldn't commit to a long-term lease or rally enough support in time. The rigid winner-takes-all system stifled experimentation and made Polkadot less accessible to new ideas and diverse teams. The network risked missing out on innovation simply due to structural limitations. Over time, it became clear that a more flexible, inclusive approach was needed, one that could lower barriers, encourage experimentation, and welcome a wider range of projects to the Polkadot ecosystem. That's where Agile Coretime comes in, a new model designed to unlock opportunity and make Polkadot more dynamic and accessible for everyone. Let's explore how Agile Coretime is set to transform the way projects launch and grow on Polkadot, opening the door to a new era of innovation. Agile Coretime is Polkadot 2.0's answer to the old auction system. Instead of leasing a slot for years, projects now buy processing power, Coretime, like cloud computing. Need a little? Buy a little. Need more? Scale up as you grow. Coretime is sold in flexible units, letting projects pay only for what they use. This lowers the barrier for startups and encourages innovation. No more massive crowdloans or long-term commitments. Established projects can secure steady resources, while newcomers can experiment affordably. The result, a more dynamic, accessible, and competitive ecosystem. Polkadot becomes open to a wider range of applications and developers. It's a game changer for the network's future. So, how do projects get Coretime now? The process has evolved to become more flexible and accessible than ever before, opening up new possibilities for teams of all sizes and backgrounds. Instead of being locked into rigid long-term commitments, projects can now tailor their Blockspace usage to fit their unique needs and growth trajectories. There are two main ways to acquire Coretime: bulk sales and the on-demand market. Each method is designed to serve different types of projects, from established enterprises to agile startups. Bulk sales let projects buy a month's worth of Coretime in advance. This is ideal for teams that need predictable, guaranteed resources to support ongoing operations or large-scale launches. It's like subscribing to a premium service, ensuring you always have what you need. The on-demand market, on the other hand, offers leftover Coretime at dynamic prices. These prices fluctuate in real time, responding to supply and demand, much like how cloud computing resources are priced today. This means projects can buy exactly what they need when they need it. There's no waste, no overcommitting, and no long-term risk. It's a pay-as-you-go model that empowers teams to scale up or down instantly. What's more, Coretime itself becomes a tradable asset. If a project has unused Coretime, it can resell it on the open market, creating a new layer of economic activity and liquidity within the ecosystem. Broker parachains can buy in bulk and resell smaller portions to individual apps or startups, maximizing efficiency and making Blockspace accessible to even the smallest teams. This model drives down costs and opens the door for new projects to experiment, innovate, and launch without massive upfront investments. As a result, users benefit from a richer, more diverse ecosystem filled with a wider variety of applications and services. The days of the complex, time-consuming crowdloan process are over. Projects no longer need to rally massive communities or lock up capital just to secure a slot. The new system is intuitive and user-friendly, mirroring the seamless experience of modern cloud services, making it easy for anyone to get started. Developers can now focus on what truly matters, building great products and features, instead of spending time and energy on fundraising or logistics. With these changes, Polkadot's Blockspace becomes a flexible, accessible resource for everyone, powering the next generation of decentralized innovation. The shift to Agile Coretime has supercharged Polkadot's growth. In 2025, transaction volume jumped 200%, with 137 million transactions in Q1 alone. User accounts soared to 13.2 million, up 150% year-over-year. Moonbeam, bridging to Ethereum, led with 16.7 million transactions. Over 200 projects are registered, with around 30 driving most activity. The new model lets lean startups and experiments thrive, fueling ecosystem expansion. DOT remains a top crypto asset, with strong network fundamentals. The numbers show Polkadot is more vibrant and useful than ever. Polkadot's technical upgrades are just as important as its economic changes. Asynchronous backing now lets parachains submit blocks in parallel, doubling throughput and slashing confirmation times. Users see faster, more reliable transactions. The cross-consensus messaging format, XCM, enables near-instant asset transfers between parachains. Polkadot isn't just a collection of blockchains, it's a seamless, interoperable network. Security and decentralization remain top priorities. Over 843 million DOT are staked, with 600 active validators and a rising Nakamoto coefficient. These upgrades make Polkadot one of the most secure and decentralized platforms. The network is faster, more robust, and ready for mainstream adoption. Technical excellence underpins everything Polkadot does. The foundation is set for the next wave of growth. Now, it's about building on top of it. Despite progress, Polkadot still faces a big challenge: mainstream adoption. The ecosystem is developer-centric, with complex concepts and fragmented user experiences. Competing blockchains offer simpler onboarding, attracting more users. Agile Coretime helps by making it easier for new projects to launch and innovate. The next step: build user-friendly apps that hide the complexity and bring millions on board. Polkadot's future depends on shifting from infrastructure to experiences. Polkadot's main rival is Cosmos, which also connects blockchains but leaves security to each project. Avalanche and Near Protocol compete with high throughput and user-friendly tools. Polkadot stands out for shared security, deep interoperability, and technical maturity. Its canary network, Kusama, has shown massive capacity. But technical superiority isn't enough. Newer projects focus on simplicity and viral growth. The industry's big question: build the best engine or the easiest car to drive? Polkadot has the engine, now it needs the user experience. Success will depend on making powerful tech accessible to everyone. Agile Coretime marks a turning point for Polkadot. The network is now flexible, accessible, and ready for a multi-chain Web3 world. Projects can launch and scale without massive capital. The challenge is execution, building user-friendly apps and tools to match the tech. Expect a surge of new projects and creativity. Polkadot's bet is that blockchain resources should be a commodity, not a luxury. If it succeeds, it sets the blueprint for scalable, interoperable networks. The foundation is laid, now it's time to build the future.